Yo, Taylor, I'm really happy for you. I'm gonna let you finish. But Beyonce had one of the best videos of all time.
I was looking at your page. Why I even mentioned this? Because I was looking at your page for like inspo.
Oh, sure.
I didn't find much.
You played in a movie called The Hunger Games.
Yeah, isn't that your life story?
You shouldn't say that. That's off-putting.
You should be off-putting, because you're fat.
Guess who's jealous of Adele? Beyonce.
Does all of this trash talking make you uncomfortable? Because me too. How did we go from literally throwing things away and calling it trash, to trash talking, to trash pandas, to being trashy? What is trash? What's up, gang? My name is Johanna Miller, podcaster, food lover, and friend to most, and today I will be filling you in on the new one about trash. When I was little, trash was simple. Trash was what you threw away to be picked up on the curb on Friday mornings. Banana peels, broken toys, fast food wrappers after a Chick-fil-A run. End of story. But somewhere along the way, trash stopped being about garbage and started being about people, things, beliefs, and really personal ideas. So how did one word go from landfill to lifestyle? And what does it even mean? According to the common reader, Shakespeare was actually the first person to turn trash into metaphorical language, all the way back in 1604. Originally, trash referred to literal waste, but 200 years later, it became a label for poor white Southerners. So, the word didn't just evolve, it escalated. It moved from objects to identities, and that shift, that's not neutral. Which brings me to a lovely story. My mother, God bless her, made a comment about a show I was watching last summer. I distinctly remember this interaction because we got into a scuffle per se. My daily summer ritual includes sitting down at 9 p.m. in peace to watch Love Island. One night, my mom decided to stroll through the kitchen between 9 p.m. and 10 p.m. Of course, during one of the challenges. If you know anything about Love Island, they do some pretty atypical things in those challenges.
Brother,
So she stops, stares at the screen, and blatantly says, "This show is literal trash." I was hurt, taken aback. "Well, you don't have to watch," I responded. Sure enough, she began to join my nightly Love Island watch sessions, and she couldn't look away. But she still kept randomly interjecting that it was trash. You know what? I can't tell this story alone. I'll bring her in to defend herself.
Hey, what's up? What'd I miss?
We were just talking about you. All good things, all good things.
Hey, we were just talking about you. All good things, all good things.
No, seriously, we were talking about last summer when you interrupted my Love Island time to tell me it's trash, but you couldn't look away. You watched the rest of the season. Do you still think it's trash?
I definitely couldn't look away, but it's still trash.
But what makes it trash?
It's just brainless and absolutely unnecessary.
Okay, but you're there by saying that anything without purpose is trash.
Well, I guess, but what's wrong with that?
I bet that at least 50% of the things we do every day are trash then. Scrolling on our phones, watching any TV, listening to music, listening to podcasts, most conversations with friends, etc.
I would actually pretty much agree with most of that.
So then what's trash? Is there any value in it?
I think trash, or basically anything, does have some kind of value in it.
So then do you still think Love Island has any kind of value to it?
No, absolutely not.
But then you're contradicting your last statement that trash does have some kind of value in it.
Girl, I don't know.
I don't think we will ever come to an agreement or understand what trash is and what defines it. I know, I'm gonna call Shelby.
Call who? I don't think there's anyone that can help us with this one.
No, Shelby Johnson can. She's an influencer, podcaster, and YouTuber. So she's in the realm of people that are so often called trash. She's got that Hollywood vibe, you know. Okay, so I'll be right back. Let me give her a ring-a-ling.
Hello?
Shelby, what's up, dude?
Oh, nothing much. What's up with you?
Oh, I'm just having an argument / conversation / brainstorming session with Mama Miller, and I have a question for you.
Yes. What's the question?
So, being in the influencer / media world, what is your take on people or shows or basically anything in the public eye so often being called things like trash or trashy?
No, I love this question. Honestly, I think it happens because the internet thrives on really quick judgments without any thought behind them. Words like trash are easy and involve no kind of complex thinking. So calling people trash or trashy is dramatic. It's blunt. It's easy to say, and it gives a big reaction. So I find that when people are scrolling through social media or watching a show, they're not analyzing it deeply or really at all, if we're being honest. And they're reacting emotionally without any brain power to step back and think. So trash basically becomes a shortcut for saying something is not living up to their standards. We are naturally very selfish as humans, so we are constantly deciding if things or people don't live up to our standards. Calling people names is a very quick and easy way to do that.
So it's kind of like a fast label, which is interesting because it connects back to actual trash.
Right? This metaphor definitely comes from physical waste, like trash is something we throw away because it's dirty or useless. When people apply that word to people or a show, they're basically saying that it has no value and that it shouldn't be taken seriously. But instead of presenting it as an opinion, they state it as a fact, which is like crazy.
Wow, yeah, when you say it like that, it seems super serious, not playful or casual like how most people mean it.
It is. But the funny thing is that in media culture, the word has kind of flipped or is used for good, I guess. Reality TV, for example, often embraces the idea of being trashy. People watch it because it's dramatic and out there. But either way, the important takeaway is that we as a culture really need to get away from judging a person, show, or whatever in a negative or objective way. Calling people trash or trashy is definite and thoughtless. So if you have lived on this planet for any amount of time, you'll know firsthand that words have an impact, no matter the intention behind them. The next time you criticize something, think first and present your opinion as an opinion, not as a fact. It's not worth it to throw out some dumb insult you don't even mean and ruin someone else's self-identity.
Okay, wow, so that's a lot to ponder on. But what I'm hearing is that my mom should not have called Love Island trashy.
No, Love Island is objectively trashy.
All right, so I think that's enough for today. Thank you for clearing this up for us.
Of course. Tell your mom I said hi.
Girl, you'll never believe what she said. She said that you suck and shouldn't be mean to your daughter anymore.
Got him!
Just kidding. She said hi, first of all. Second of all, she said that people often call stuff trash or trashy because they don't like to put a lot of thought into what they're saying. But this is bad because calling people or things trash can ruin how someone feels about themselves. Saying someone or something is trash sounds so definite. We say it like it's objective, but it's not. It's an opinion.
So let's circle back. How does Love Island fit into this?
Well, she said Love Island is objectively trashy, but she also said that people build brands off of being trashy because that people love to consume that stuff.
I am absolutely so glad that we went through all of this trouble just for me to be right again.
Yeah. Don't you have somewhere you need to be?
So funny, but I love you anyway.
I love you too.
So after talking with Shelby, something kind of shifted for me. Before this conversation, I thought the question was simple. What is trash? But now the question feels bigger. It's not just about garbage, it's about judgment. Somewhere between Shakespeare using the word metaphorically in 1604 and all of this trash talk in 2026, the word stopped describing things we throw away. It started describing people. And when you think about it like that, that's a pretty big jump. But there's another viewpoint here. Sometimes people embrace the label. Reality TV proudly calls itself trash TV. Cute little raccoons are referred to as trash pandas in an endearing way. Influencers build entire brands around being chaotic, dramatic, and a little messy. And we just eat it up every single time. So here's the takeaway. Trash started as something physical, something useless, something dirty, something we didn't want in our space. But over time, humans turned it into a metaphor for behavior, for culture, for identity. And once that happened, trash stopped being neutral. Because when we call something trash, we're not just describing it, and we're deciding what has value and what doesn't. So the next time you hear someone call something or someone trash, pause for a second. Ask yourself, is that a fact? Or is it just an opinion wearing a really dramatic word? Because language shapes how we see the world, and sometimes the things we throw away the fastest are the words we should think about the most. This has been the new one about trash. I'm Johanna Miller, podcaster, food lover, and apparently defender of Love Island. Thanks for listening, and until next time, watch what you throw away.